Hello everyone! Today's I do, you do lesson, we will be working with rate, a comparison of two quantities. Often the second quantity is in time, but it can be in anything. Let's go ahead and start by reading the I do problem. Jonathan drives 240 miles from San Antonio to McAllen. He takes 3 hours to travel this distance. Which rate best represents the relationship between the distance traveled and the time it took to travel this distance? On the right side of your screen, you will see the cube strategies we will be using today. We will start with circle or underline keywords. But if you prefer, you can also highlight. Drives 240 miles. Takes 3 hours to travel. Which rate? Relationship between the distance traveled and the time. Then we box our question. Which rate best represents the relationship between the distance traveled and the time it took to travel this distance? Next, we elaborate. I will use orange for miles and blue for hours. 240 miles, 3 hours. Our final step is to solve the problem. Find the rate of miles per hour. We can start by writing a ratio. 240 miles in 3 hours. We can eliminate C because the rate is not 240 miles per hour, but 240 miles in 3 hours. We need to find the distance traveled in 1 hour. We will find it by using NIDO, numerator in, denominator out. In this case, we're doing 240 divided by 3. 2 cannot be divided by 3, but 24 can. 8 times. 8 times 3 is 24. Bring down that 0. Whenever we have a 0 left over, just bring it to the top. It is 80 miles per hour. Our answer choice is B. We are now done solving the I do problem. At this time, you can move on to the you do problem and use the cube strategies to solve.